Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, melt the shoulders down. And again, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, slide the shoulders down, getting tall. 2 more. Equal weight on both feet. And we'll take a side bend. Let your right arm get a little heavier. Let your head tip over. Exhale, use your abdominals to restack and lift. Other way, inhale over. Exhale, navel to spine. And again. Left arm gets heavy. 1 more each way. Restack the spine. Let's turn the palms forward, collarbones wide, and we'll slide the shoulder blades down, raise the arms up out to the sides, and lower with control. So Irene, you can hold a pair of weights, or you can do this without the weights. Drawing your shoulder blades down as the arms come up. And you don't have to go up to shoulder height. You can make it even smaller if that feels better in your shoulders. Drawing the shoulder blades down to raise the arms up, waking up those back muscles. 2 more. Good. Now same thing, but this time our arms will come forward. So drawing those shoulder blades down to raise the arms up. No higher than shoulder height, but you can also keep it smaller. Glide the shoulder blades down, shoulders back, collarbones wide. Trying to turn on some of those lats, lower trapezius. Muscles connected to the base of the shoulder blade. Last one. We'll keep the palms facing forward. Smaller movement. We're going to take those arms straight back behind you and then down by your sides. Draw the shoulders back as your arms come back. Good. Really squeezing the shoulder blades. Zip up through your abdominals. 2 more. Adding to this, let's come into a hip and knee hinge. So we're going to take the arms back and fold at your hips and knees. Find your squat, and then arms come down as you stand up. So we get just a little bit of arm engagement, but mostly it's those hips and knees now that we're working. Long neutral spine, folding at the hips and knees. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest. And we'll hold this next hip hinge. Let's take one arm forward, one arm backward, and then switch, scissoring the arms. Last one each way. And let the arms just hang down, and we'll stand up. Roll your shoulders back a couple times and forward a couple of times. Really exaggerate that movement. All right, we'll let the arms just hang by your sides. Again, fold at your hips and knees. Find that squat again. This time we're going to take your arms out to the sides and down. Continuing that shoulder and back work as we open the arms out. Starting to wake up the legs, the feet, the hips. 3, 2, and 1, and we'll stand up. Let's set those weights off to the side, and we're going to wake up the feet a little more. Feel free to hold on to something for this, for balance. Toes and knees pointing forward. We'll slowly lift your heels and slowly lower. Finding that slow articulation of the feet Try and keep your knees straight. Maybe even feeling that connection to the back of the leg, up into the hamstring and glute. And you can do this with balance or holding on. Three more. We'll lower down. Let's bring us feet, heels together, toes apart. So we'll find a small V-foot position. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing. So you're gonna lift your heels up. The heels will separate as you lift, and then pull your heels together on the way down. Lift the heels up. See if you can get the heels to touch before they hit the floor. So heels together before they come down. Trying to get those inner thighs to work a bit more. Two more. And now we'll go internally rotated, toes and knees pointing in. It doesn't have to be as extreme as mine. And we're gonna slowly lift the heels up. And then think about taking your heels wide as you come down. Lift up. Think wide heels as you lower. Press into the big toe ball especially. Last three. All right, let's step out to a wide parallel. Hands to your hips, and we'll take some big hip circles, yawning through your hip joints. Noticing where the tight spots are, trying to smooth those out. And reverse. And we'll come back to the center. Let's turn the legs out, so toes and knees pointing out. Stack your arms, and we'll take some sumo squats. Inhale, fold at the hips and knees, and stand up. Open the knees wide as you bend. Lift through your pelvic floor and abdominals. Hips back as we bend. Hips underneath you as you stand. Option to lift your heels up at the top. Lower the heels down and squat. So maybe adding that little calf raise. Two more. All right, let's come to a wide parallel again. You can keep the arms stacked or hands to your hips. We're gonna find that squat here, and we're gonna hold. You're gonna shift over to one leg, and then over to the other leg, staying low through the pelvis. Putting more weight into one leg, and then shifting over to the other leg. Making sure that knee is tracking forward. Two more each side. Come into the center, equal weight on both legs, and stand up. All right, let's take some big arm circles. Reach up, back, behind you, and down. Two more. Big yawn for your chest and shoulders. One more. And reverse. Reach into the space behind you, above you, and in front of you. One more. even bigger if you can. And we'll take your hands to your hips. Let's tip from side to side. Keeping the same distance between your feet. Warming up the outer hips, our stabilizing muscles a little more. Important muscles for balancing, for walking, standing. 2 more each way. Hold it on one side, and let's take our free leg up and down to tap the floor and up to the side. Tap the floor, lift to the side. Hold it up, and we're gonna take your leg a little bit forward and a little bit back. Foot in front of the pelvis, foot behind the pelvis-ish. Let's go forward, and we're gonna go at a diagonal here, lower and lift, keeping that leg at a little angle forward. 1 more. Lift up, we'll go to the back, diagonal behind you, lower and lift back here. 2 more. And let's just step down, shake out the feet, shake out the ankles. And we're gonna take the feet wide, and we're gonna tip side to side again. Let's find that little suspension or a little bit of balance before you tip over to the other side. Squeeze your abdominals around your spine, tightening that corset. 3, 2, and we'll go on to the second leg. Lower and lift. Tap the floor, lift to the side. Balancing on one leg. We are tilted over, belly button to spine. Lift up, forward and back, keeping that leg lifted, just a little forward, little back. Stabilizing the pelvis. Let's take that angle forward, lower and lift here. Keeping that leg slightly in front of the torso. Lift up, take that leg behind you slightly, down and up back here. Little diagonal behind you. Two more. And step down, shake it out. Okay, let's grab those weights again. You can grab heavier weights if you want. We're gonna do some bicep curls. All right, feet parallel right underneath the hip joints, collarbones wide, and we'll bicep curl up and down. Nice and slow as you lower. Zip up through your abdominals. Little pinch in the shoulder blades so your collarbones feel wide. And we're gonna add a knee lift, marching the legs, lifting one knee as you lift the weights or lift the hands. Drawing your abdominals in to lift your knee up. Using your abdominals to conjure your knee up. Let's hold one knee up, balancing on one leg, continue that bicep curl. Collarbones wide, belly button to spine. Can you lift your knee higher? 2, and 1, and we'll switch legs. Same thing other side. Try and hold that knee up high. Collarbones wide, navel to spine. Maybe lift that knee just a little higher, even if only in your imagination. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come back down. All right, bend the arms just to 90 degrees, and we'll rotate the arms out and in. Out and in. An option to add a head turn, gentle twist of your neck, just to stretch the neck. Four, three. This time we'll rotate the arms out, hold the arms here, and now turn your palms backward if you can. So we're really twisting those arms, and from here we're gonna reach your knuckles out to the sides, starting to straighten, but don't go all the way straight, and then pull your elbows back into your waist. And again, reach your knuckles out wide and pull your elbows in. 3 more. Okay, and bring the arms down. All right, you're welcome to grab lighter weights or do this without the weights. We're gonna take a long stance, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. All right, and we'll lift the back heel up. Bend your arms, bring the weights just above your shoulders. We're gonna press those weights up and then bend down to the shoulders. Let's do that just 2 more times, just the arms. All right, bend the arms, weights just above your shoulders. We've got both legs straight. Now we're gonna bend both knees, coming straight down, and straighten both knees, lift up. 2 more with just the legs, bend, and lift, bend, and lift. Now reach those weights up to the ceiling. We're gonna add this all together. Bend the knees, bend the arms, and then straight arms, straight legs. Everything bends, we come down, lift up. 4 more. Lift up, bend the arms, and switch legs. Okay. All right, lift the back heel up, straighten both legs, and let's lift those weights up. We're gonna do everything all at once. So bend the arms, bend the knees, and lift up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Keeping lots of weight in that back leg. Coming straight down, straight up. 4 more. And let's try 1 extra. And we'll step down, release. And let's set those weights aside. We'll come down to the mat, down to sitting. All right, knees together, feet down on the floor, or at least your heels down on the floor, and hands behind your thighs. Sitting tall, we'll hinge back. Inhale, and lift through midline, exhale. Squeeze your knees together, press your feet down, inhale, hinge back. Exhale, lift from your inner thighs and abdominals. Abdominals most of all. A little bit of help from the arms, or you can let go and reach forward. Getting taller to come up. Two more. Hinge back 1 more time, maybe not quite as far. Squeeze your knees, turn the palms down, and we'll pump for hundreds. Inhale for 5 arm pumps. Exhale for 5 arm pumps. Like you're slapping water with your palms. Collarbones wide, pressing the shoulders out wide and down. Maybe lift 1 foot off the floor. Vigorous arms, stable torso. Switch legs. And either both feet down or both feet up. 2 more breaths here. And we'll grab the legs, set the feet down and sit up. Open the knees a little bit, just roll your shoulders back a couple times. Bring life into your shoulders, reverse. All right, let's do some push-ups behind your back. So hands back, fingers pointing forward or a little sideways. And we'll bend the arms and straighten. You can do whatever you like with the legs. Bend and press. Four more. Bend the arms one more time, and we'll do pulses up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Loading your triceps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. And let's lay down onto your back. All right, arms can be down, or you can take your hands behind your head with your head down, using that as a little pillow. All right, let's imprint your lower back. Walk your legs to tabletop. And then deepen that imprint just a little more, really smushing your lower back down into the table, or into the mat, curling the tailbone slightly up. And we'll maintain that for toe taps. Lower your right toes toward the floor. Exhale to lift. Switch, inhale, lower. Draw your abdominals down to lift your knee up. Navel down to lift your knee up. Notice if you're holding tension in your shoulders. If so, try to send that tension down into your abdominals instead. Relaxing the shoulders a little bit more. One more each leg. Squeeze your knees together, arms out to the sides now, and we'll tip your knees over to the right. Keep the left shoulder down. Exhale, use your abdominals to center the legs. Other side, inhale, rotate or twist. Exhale, use your abdominals to center the legs. Inhale, tip over. Exhale, abdominals catch and pull you back. Squeeze your knees. All right, we're gonna add to this. Inhale, tip your knees over to the side, hold, and now straighten your legs on this angle. Breathe in. Come back to center. Lift those legs up and now bend to tabletop. Other side. Tilt your knees over. Stretch the legs long. Bring your legs center and bend to tabletop. Now with breath. Inhale, twist. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, center. Press your low back down. Exhale, bend. Inhale, twist. Exhale, straighten, stretch those legs. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. One more each way. As long as you're breathing, that's what's important. Glue your shoulder blades to the floor. Let's hold those legs straight, and we're gonna take your right leg forward, maybe almost to the floor, but not quite. Lift up. And switch. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift. Again. Navel down to lift your leg up. Now both legs, much smaller. We're gonna take the legs forward just a few inches, lift back up. Inhale, forward, exhale, lift up. Keep pressing your lower back down. 2 more. And we'll bend the knees, step your feet down, and we'll step the feet out wide. Knees bent, gently sway your knees side to side. You can press one hip up as you do that, get a little bit of a hip flexor quad stretch. Let's bring your arms down by your sides. Walk the feet a little closer, setting up for bridging here. Take an inhale when you're ready. Exhale, press down through your feet. Little tuck of the pelvis as you lift up, just to engage those lower abs. Hold for your inhale. Think about reaching your sits bones toward your calves. And exhale, slowly lower your pelvis down. Relax your shoulders, lengthen the back and sides of your neck. And again, press down through the feet. Float your pelvis up. Hold for your inhale. Reach your sits bones toward the backs of your legs, toward your calves, and then lower with control. So a sense of length through the spine as we come down. Press into the big toe ball, pinky toe ball, and inner and outer edges of the heels, equal weight on all 4 points. Reach the sits bones forward toward your calves, toward your ankles as you lower down. 2 more. This time we'll lift your pelvis up and hold. Lift one leg to tabletop. Step back down and switch. Stable pelvis as you march your legs. One more each leg. Both feet down, level your hips, and slowly lower your pelvis. And we'll straighten your legs down on the mat, feet a little bit wider than your hips, and gently roll your thighs in and roll your thighs out. Point your knees in at each other, and then point your knees out to the sides. Just gently twisting the thigh bones. The feet will also roll. 2 more. All right, reach your arms back. And imagine someone's got your arms and they're pulling you backwards. Someone else has your legs, they're pulling you forward. So you're like you're being stretched in 2 directions. Try and create that sense of length within your body. Keep reaching backward and forward, like you're being pulled apart. And we'll relax. All right, let's roll to one side. And we're gonna come up on your elbow first. All right, knees bent, heels back in line with your tailbone. Make sure your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Another hand will come to your hip. Lift your ribs, lift your pelvis, draw your abs in. We're gonna hold and breathe for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Reach your free arm up to the ceiling. We'll take a little twist here. Reach underneath your waist, look behind you. Now untwist, reach up to the ceiling. Again, inhale, reach under, twisting down, look back. Exhale, untwist, reach up. One more time. We'll hold that arm up, shoulders away from your neck and ears. Lift your pelvis up. Same motion. Inhale, reach under. Exhale, untwist, reach up. Working through the obliques. If this hurts your shoulder, you can keep your hips down. 2 more. we'll lower your pelvis and let's come down onto your side. You can use your arm as a pillow or use a pillow. All right, let's do some clamshell. We're gonna lift both feet up. And from here, open the top knee and close. Open and close. Stable pelvis, like your back is against a wall. We're gonna open that knee up. Now take your knee toward your shoulder, so folding at that hip crease, and then return the foot back to the other foot. Knee toward your armpit or your shoulder, and then tap the foot. Knee to shoulder, tap the foot. And now draw that knee toward your shoulder, hold, and we're gonna extend that leg and then bend. Let's do that a few times. Still trying to point that knee up toward the ceiling at the same time. 2 more. And we'll rest the legs down. Let's straighten out the bottom knee, bottom leg. Place your top knee down in front of you, and we'll lift and lower the bottom leg. Connect to your abdominals as you lift from that inner thigh. So abs and inner thigh connect. Hold the bottom leg up, little circles. Reverse. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. We'll straighten both legs out and take your legs slightly forward, a little diagonal in front of you, and we'll flex the feet. Let's lift the top leg just to hip height. And we're gonna keep your pelvis stable. Take your leg forward and point that foot, take your leg backward. Fold at your hip crease, flex your foot, and then point your foot open through the front of the hip. Little stretch of your hamstring as you go forward. Stretching the front of the thigh, the hip flexor and quad as you go back. This time we'll keep the foot pointed, take your leg forward, and we're gonna circle up, back, and down. Inhale forward, exhale up and around. Reverse. Inhale up and over, exhale to the back. Stable pelvis. One more. And we'll bring the legs together. And then bring your legs back in line with your spine. So we have a long line from your head out through your feet. Lift the top leg just above hip height. We'll hold the top leg here. Lift and lower the bottom leg. Pull your abs in a lot. Similar to that imprint we did when we were laying on our backs. Option to take your top hand off the floor if you want more challenge, or keep it down for a little more stability, a little more help. Hold that bottom leg up, little circles of the bottom leg. Still stabilizing the top leg. Reverse. Hold the bottom leg up, take the top leg up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll lower both legs. Draw your knees into your chest, fetal position. And we're gonna slide the top arm forward as far as you can. Now follow that hand as you lift up and back Relax as much as you can. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your arm. You can bend the arm if that feels better. And rest. Relax. Two more breaths. Okay, let's go to the other side. All right, and we're starting up on your forearm, up on your elbow. Up, elbow underneath your shoulder, heels back in line with your tailbone. Lift your ribs, hand on your hip, and lift your pelvis up. Hold and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips down. Reach your free arm up to the ceiling. We'll take a twist here. Reach underneath your waist. Look behind you. Twist. And then untwist. Reach to the ceiling. Again, inhale, rotate under. Look back. Exhale, untwist. Reach to the ceiling. One more time. Can you go a little further? Shoulders away from your neck and ears. Lift your pelvis now. And same motion. Inhale under. Exhale up. Getting a little more work through the obliques. One more. And then we'll lower your hips and come all the way down onto your side, using your arm or a pillow. All right, we'll keep the knees bent. Let's lift both feet up. We'll keep the feet together here. Clamshell, open and close the top knee. Stable through your pelvis. We'll open that knee up. Keep your knee pointed up, and now we're gonna hinge at your hip crease. So you're gonna draw that knee toward your shoulder and then tap the feet together. Knee to shoulder and tap the feet. Folding at that hip crease and return. And it's okay if it's small. Fold at that hip crease, hold, and now see if you can straighten your leg and bend. Even if it doesn't go all the way straight. Point your knee up to the ceiling. Three more. And we'll come all the way down. Straighten out the bottom leg. Place your top knee down in front of you. Up and down with the bottom leg. Draw your abs in, connect your abdominals and your inner thigh. Hold the bottom leg up, little circles. Reverse. Pulse it higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We'll straighten both legs and take your legs at a little forward angle, a little forward shift. Flex your feet, top leg to hip height, and now we'll take that leg forward. Stabilize your pelvis. Point your foot as you come to the back. Keeping your leg at hip height as you go forward and back, or on the same plane. Little stretch through the hamstring, the back of the leg as you come forward. Little stretch through the front of your hip flexor as you come back. Folding at your hip crease. Open your hip crease. 2 more. Let's keep that foot pointed. We'll swing forward, inhale. Exhale, circle up, around, and back. Stable pelvis, inhale forward. Exhale, up, around, and back. 2 more. Reverse. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, sweep to the back. One more. And we'll bring the legs together and back in line with your spine. Long line from your head out through your feet, so you can have a hand in front of you for support. And we're going to lift the top leg just above hip height. Lift and lower the bottom leg. Abs pull in a lot. Trying to scoop out your belly. Pressing the lower back backward. You can have your hand on the floor or off the floor. Hold that bottom leg up, little circles. Circle the bottom leg, stabilize the top leg. Reverse. Hold the bottom leg up, top leg up and down. 3, 2, 1, and lower both legs. Draw your knees into your chest fetal position. We'll take the top arm forward. Slide that hand forward as far as you can. And then follow that hand as you reach up and back. Open and twist. Relax your neck, your jaw, your shoulders. Relax that arm. Melting into the floor. Let's untwist. We'll come to hands and knees. And you can use one of your lighter weights if you like. All right, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Option to hold a weight in your right hand. We're gonna take your right arm out to the side, look at that hand, and then lift up to the ceiling. So we're twisting to the right, and then you're gonna reach under to the left, keeping the left arm straight. And again, inhale, open up to the right. Exhale, reach under to the left. Moving pretty slowly. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, under. And we'll switch arms. Open the left arm up to the ceiling, breathe in. Exhale, reach under to the right, keeping the right arm pretty straight. Inhale, open. So we're going slow enough that we have to use our obliques. 2 more. Inhale, twist up. Exhale, under. 1 more. And we'll set that weight to the side. Wrists under shoulders, spread your fingers wide. We're gonna point the elbows backward. We'll bend the arms and lean forward, elbows into your ribs. And then push back up. So the torso moves forward as we bend the arms. And exhale, press up. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Diving forward as you bend. 3 more. The more forward you go, the harder that is on your triceps. Last one. Okay, let's grab a weight, and we're gonna place the weight behind your right knee, so right at that knee crease. All right, and then we'll come down to our forearms. All right, so squeezing that weight, squeezing the back of your leg. We're gonna slowly lift your right knee up behind you, a little scorpion leg, and then lower, tap your knee to the mat. And again, slow hip extension. Lift that knee up. Inhale, lower, tap the floor. Squeezing through that glute and upper hamstring. One more. Lower down. Now we're going to take that right knee out to the side, dog in a fire hydrant, and lower. Exhale, lift up to the side. Inhale, slowly tap the mat. 2 more. Okay, and we'll switch legs. Move that weight to the back of your left knee or your second leg. All right, and we'll be down on your forearms when you're ready. Squeeze that weight, pull your heel toward your sit bone. And now slowly lift that knee up behind you. How high can you lift? Lower slowly with control. So the whole thing is pretty slow. As if your foot is going to tap the back of your head. Two more. And then we'll take this knee out to the side, dog in a fire hydrant, and back down with control. 3 more. And we'll set that weight off to the side, back up to the hands, spread your fingers wide and take a little bit of cat-cow or any other spinal movement that feels good to you. And now find your long, flat back. Tuck your toes underneath your feet. Hover your knees just an inch off the floor. We'll hold and breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips way up. Find a downward dog leg stretch and pedal the feet, or you can take any other stretch you like. Stretching the calves, the backs of the legs. Feel free to take any other stretches you need. We are all done.